So you picked up Battlefield 1, you finished with a single player, you've got all the codex, you've got all the skins and everything, and you're thinking to yourself, right, time to get into the multiplayer, but I want to get into a class, and I want to get a weapon where I could be at least effective on the field until I get to level 10, and I can unlock some of the weapons that I really want. It's important for you to choose the right weapon early on in the game, because you're not going to be going straight for the Hellriegel at level 10, but first you're going to need a lot of warbonds, you're going to need to experiment with certain things. You're going to buy attachments, you're going to buy knives, you're going to buy grenades, you're going to buy all that sort of stuff, and you need yourself a lot of points, and you want to get a lot of war bonds. Early on, until you get past level 3 and you unlock most of the weapons that you have, say for the assault class, which I'm playing today, that's what you really should be focusing on. Later down the line, you can focus on getting to level 10 and getting the Hellriegel, which is a really nice weapon. I've covered that before, there's a video linked in the description if you want to check that out. But one of the things that you should remember is that with the Hellriegel, it's a lot more forgiving. It's one of those weapons where you can spam as much as you want, because you do have 60 bullets, and you can spam as much as you want and still get the kill. If you haven't got him in the first couple of shots, then you still have a lot of bullets left for you to finish the job. Now, things are just a little bit different when it comes down to the Automatico Trench, the 1918 Trench version. It just has an amazing fire rate. And to look at some stats for this weapon, the damage is 21, the accuracy is 22, hip fire is at 80, so that is just amazing how much hip fire this has, and the control is at 18. It has a rate of fire of 900 and a magazine size of 25, and it also has 150 bullets to start with. This weapon was actually inspired by an aircraft-mounted gun. The M1918 was the first submachine gun to be used by the Italian military. So not only that you get in a really cool weapon, but on top of that, it will absolutely dominate anybody in sort of close to medium quarters. Now, I know that sounds a bit weird. What, medium quarters? Well, it could be sort of effective to about sort of 50 meters, maybe just a little bit more, depending how you're using, what kind of sort of control you have with your mouse and all that sort of good stuff. But rather than you choosing anything else apart from the Automatico is just the way to go. I mean, this is the try-hard weapon that you just can't go wrong with. In so many situations, you end up being shot in the back and you don't have enough time to react. You can't turn around quick enough, but even if you do, if you're using the MP Trench, if you're using the MP18 Trench, if you're using the Hellriegel, if you're using anything else, it just simply isn't enough time and you will be dead. But with this, it's a different kind of story, because you will have the time to react, and by the time you fired 900 rounds really that quick, chances are he will be dead and you will still be going on. So that's one of the things that you should be thinking on early on. You should be picking up this weapon because it's one of those amazing weapons. It doesn't even need to be aimed most of the times, because he has an 80 hit fire rate on it. You shouldn't really bother with it. You should just go ahead and just blast the shit out of everybody with it by just hit firing, getting yourself into positions where on maps like this one you can get behind the enemy lines. Go ahead and just get behind them. You can shred them down really fast with this weapon without them even realizing what's going on, and that's kind of what you really want to do with this weapon. There's a lot of sort of close quarter situations. You have the Suez, you have Amiens, you have this map, you have a lot of the maps out there. They're not really long range. You don't need the scope or anything like that, so most of the action is going to happen sort of 20, 30, 50 meters or something like that, which this weapon is just perfect for. Even on Monte Grappa, even on the Monte, even on the mountain, it's just one of those weapons that will just perform absolutely beautiful. It'll not do well at ranges, and stability is pretty bad, but when it comes down to hip fire and the sheer power and the sheer speed of this, even though, like I said, this is not the Hellriegel, it doesn't have 60 bullets in there, it only has the 25, and you have to sort of make them count, since you have to be reloading a lot with this weapon. Reload with this is 2.8 seconds empty, and if you have some left, it's only 2.1 seconds. So it doesn't really take that long, but still, you don't want to leave yourself vulnerable for 2.1 or even 2.8 seconds. Even though I've got most of the classes up to level 10 and I've experienced all of the weapons and know what all the weapons at level 10 do, I still prefer the Automatico in most situations. I still end up picking it because I know that sheer power and the speed of it will get me out of a tricky situation more than once. That's it for me for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.